My name is Manoj Mazuria. I'm 50 years old and I'm autistic. That's my cat. I didn't realize I was autistic until last year. It was as a result of a meltdown that I had, and it was due to coming into the offices, due to interacting with everyone, and also due to the type of projects that I couldn't provide hyper-focus on. So growing up in the 70s, dyslexia wasn't a thing. It was just known as laziness. You're slow, you're lazy. I was battling every time, trying to grow up. This and the other. I remember once my school and teachers were so frustrated with me not being able to read or do because they thought I was just acting out. They put an application for me to be institutionalized, and one of the requirements for being institutionalized was to carry out an IQ test. And the only place that carried out IQ test was Mensa. So carried out an IQ test. Lo and behold, it went against them because Mensa stated I'm in the top 2% of the global population. I remember walking out of school, 10, 11 years old, meeting a monk on the street selling books. And I asked him how to rewire your brain because I feel, monk meditation, how that kind of works. And he gave me an introduction on how to meditate. And I took that instruction to heart. I went back to school upon his instruction, and he gave me a book as well. After you meditate, try reading one paragraph. Try reading one sentence if you can't do that. Try reading one word if you can't. And that's how I started. Meditated, I read a word. Meditated, read a sentence. Meditated, read a paragraph. And that's how it started working. And neuroplasticity kind of took over really from there. Yeah, that's how I got myself through school, college, university. And after university, I started numerous jobs. And jobs for me were grounds of scientific experiment. So what I would do is go to the workplace, see how they behave, see if I interact properly, see if it all works. My theory works into practice as well. And that's what happened. It was, as soon as I mastered that bit, I'd move on to another piece of work, or another employment. And pretty soon went into the police, and I stayed there for a numerous amount of years. For me, that was the ultimate scientific ground to carry out your experiments because you're constantly dealing with different emergency situations. You are relied upon. So you rely upon your training, you rely upon what you've been taught, and you are relied upon to be that strong, pillar of society. So you carry out what you've actioned, what you've told them without backing off. And that's it. Once you said it, you carry it out. And that was one thing that really appealed to me. And life experience for me in that kind of situation was more key than any other skill that you're taught. So that worked. I then went into the financial sector after being a detective. Yeah, joined the financial sector, carried on working with the financial sector since then. I worked for some banks, but mostly as a consultant. I worked under consultancy companies. I then took a sabbatical, became a teacher, behavioral science, therapy, how therapy works, and also regulation, how that works as well. I then came out of teaching, went back into the financial sector, started my own business. Ran my own business for numerous years. I ran it till the pandemic occurred, the lockdown occurred, and then I realized that working from home now seems to be a norm. So then I applied to various banks for permanent employment, and that's when I met my current bank. Been there for the last 3 years now, and it's been amazing. It's been pretty good because it's been a journey, and this journey has allowed me to not only have a meltdown, luckily I was at home when I had it last year, but then also get myself diagnosed, get myself on the path of diagnosis for 2 years now, and realize and study upon, what autism means, how it kind of works. And there are more people like me. That's one thing that I really appreciate. There are more people like me. I'm not on my own. I can do things that is not an impediment, because that was the main thing. It's not a disability, but an ability. And I just see things differently. And that's exactly how it is. And that's how I see myself as well. An ability that is sometimes beyond the paradigms of the social expectations.